Welcome to the Hustle Wing podcast. Today we are joined by Kelly Coughlin, the founder, CEO, and CPA of Everyday CPA. He's going to chat to us about his company. We're going to get to know him a little bit and just have a good time. So thank you so much for taking the time out today, Kelly, to join us. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, Izzy, and I'm so excited to talk to somebody with a great name like Izzy. I love the name.
You're going to make me grin the whole time. Thank you.
Good.
Thank you, Kelly. Cool. So tell me, what is Everyday CPA?
Well, Everyday CPA does the dull and boring work of tax and accounting for small
Mhm.
businesses, self employed, side gig workers. We try to make it interesting, and believe it or not, we try to make it interesting and fun. It's a dreaded thing for most people, but we like what we do, and we try to make it as interesting and fun as possible.
Yeah, awesome, cool. I'm gonna be honest with you. I absolutely hate doing my taxes. Um, so how do you make it interesting and fun?
Well, I guess what we do is we really listen to what the pain points are. We try to
Mm,
understand the business. One of the benefits, I'd say, of being my age is I'm 66 years old, and I'm not a rookie, Izzy. Right? I
yeah.
was I was a rookie before, but I'm not anymore. And so, I tell people I can't play sports like I used to. I can't run as fast. I can't compete that way like I
Yeah.
used to. Right?
Mhm.
Honestly, I was never very good at it. Um, but the benefit of being older and experienced is, frankly, you can understand people. You learn to ask more questions than
Mm,
talk. And so that's why some of these podcasts thing, I hesitate because I don't really like to be the one doing all the talking. I
yeah.
prefer to do more listening, right? I'm
Mm,
sure you're probably the same way. You want to listen, right? Because that's
yeah.
where you learn from others. But what we really do is listen. We try to understand the taxpayer, the client, and
Hmm.
then by understanding their business, we can then identify the opportunities to, let's face it, in the U.S., the taxpayers, we pay about 50% to 60% of our lifetime wealth and earnings on taxes. 50%.
Wow.
In your country, it's probably closer to 60%. Okay,
Yeah.
I think. In the UK, it's probably closer to 65%, but in the
Yeah.
US, kind of a low tax state or low tax country, if you're in California, you spend
Uh-huh.
all in sales tax, income tax, property tax, excise tax in the range of 65%. So
Wow.
tax isn't a dull topic when it comes to your budget, right? It's top of the list.
Yeah.
Literally, it is the biggest expense. So that's what we try to get people interested in addressing to make their lives happier, healthier, and wealthier.
Amazing. Cool. So then, do you educate the people that you like your clients? If I come to you and I say, I want you to do my taxes, do you also help me understand how you do them and how you help me save or anything like that?
What we try to do, we actually have another subsidiary called Tax RX Center, like
Okay.
RX, like a doctor RX,
Yeah.
to help people, empower people to learn more about things that, whether it be budgeting or tax or
Yeah.
planning, so that they're not just in this reactive mode. In the US, people file their taxes, April 15th is kind of the deadline. And
Mm-hmm.
so many of them they come to us, tax professionals, in April, say, is there anything I can do to reduce my taxes? Well, everything that could have been done should have been done back before the year ended, before
Yeah.
December 31.
Yeah.
And so they're constantly in this reactive mode. So what got
Yeah.
me interested in your market and your audience is the self-employed side gig, self-employed small business people. They
Mm-hmm.
really get crushed on
Yeah.
taxes and they need the most help.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, amazing. And so what is your vision for Everyday CPA? What's the end goal?
The end goal is I've worked for big companies before. I actually worked for Lloyd's Bank in the UK.
Okay. Yeah.
Um, they had some asset management subsidiaries in the US, and I was director of risk for them. I've worked at PwC. So I've kind of
Okay.
worked at the big company thing, and I
Yeah.
started a fintech company. So I know what it's like to incubate a business, to grow a
Yeah.
business,
Yeah.
and I know the challenges that they're faced. And one thing that I observed in my career is that the SMBs, the self-employed people, they
Mhm.
don't really get much love out there. Is he?
No.
They don't. They get overlooked
Hmm.
partly because the providers that can do something and help them, they charge too much, right? The
Yeah.
PwC, they won't open up a file on anybody unless there's 25,000 in it, right? And a
Yeah.
partner that wants to bill out at 500 or 600 an hour, and
Yeah.
that just doesn't work for small businesses. So
Yeah.
they end up having to kind of do this on their own, and you couple that with the workload that small business people have, and especially if they're side gig people, because then they might have their own job,
Yeah.
their own main job, and then they have this side gig. They don't have any time to figure out this stuff. So what
Yeah.
we try to do is take that on for them to help
Hmm.
them plan. And I love this space, this small business space, because
Yeah.
they need the most help. They
Definitely.
really do. The rich guys, you know, they need they can use help, right? But to take your tax from a $500,000 a year to down to $100,000, that guy doesn't need help, right?
Yeah.
But as SMB, self-employed person, they need help, right? Because if you can
Definitely.
take their tax from 25,000 down to 4,000 or 5,000, that's
Yeah.
real money for them. That's a big
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah.
And I love doing that. I love doing it. And then I also love to help them if they have a problem with, tax collectors and tax agents.
Yeah.
That that happens. And so we love to fight that battle for them. Love it. It's so much fun. It is.
Amazing. I love that. I'm glad someone does.
Well, Izzy, it's like this. We're professionals. And so if we were doctors, we'd get that uplifting feeling of, let's say, delivering a baby or something, or,
Yeah.
healing a patient. It's as
Hmm.
close as we can get to that feeling of changing somebody's life, right?
Yeah.
That is burdened with tax, right? And
Hmm.
then you can free them of that. That's a good feeling.
That is true. Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
glad you find fulfillment in it. I mean, it's very rare these days to find somebody who feels fulfilled by their work, and passion exudes through the way you speak and stuff. So it's
Oh,
amazing.
good. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
So, what are some of the challenges you guys are facing at Everyday CPA at the moment?
Well, the biggest challenge is getting people um, to get in front of the issues before it's squarely in front of them, and that means kind of be a little more forward looking and proactive and not
Yeah,
reactive, because there's
yeah,
only so much that we can do in a reactive mode. That's
yeah.
on tax returns and tax planning. On the tax debt issue, it's getting them to take that first step, right?
Mm,
Getting them to, they might be getting letters in the mail, they might be getting threats. And then, believe it or not, some people just either throw the envelopes away because they don't want to look at it. And I totally
yeah,
understand that. I mean,
yeah,
they might be hiding it from their spouse, right? That happens.
yeah.
And so getting people to kind of, it's okay. Don't be shamed by this. It's okay.
Mm,
It happens
yeah,
to a lot of people, a lot.
mm,
And
yeah,
just trust somebody, whether it's us or anybody, find somebody you can trust, right? That's number one,
yes,
because there's a lot of dodgy people out there, professionals.
definitely.
So find somebody you can trust, and and then kind of deal with it. And
Yeah.
it's an uplifting feeling for them too,
Yeah.
to get
Yeah.
rid of that burden and that angst, that fear. And a lot of times, Izzy, it's a source of of alcohol abuse, drug abuse,
Yeah.
physical abuse. You
Stress.
know, stress can come out in a sideways. You know
Yeah.
that it can, right? That's not
Yeah,
good.
definitely. Yeah. Okay,
So
cool. So
so we
then,
love that part of it too.
yeah, because you get to make people's lives better, which is
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah, right.
Okay, so then lastly, what sort of assistance would you need, from our community?
Well, I would just love to be able to share information. You know, not everything is for charge for a fee. You know, if you
Yeah.
want me to talk to your group periodically, I'm more than happy to do that. Um,
Okay.
I've I'm still in the revenue generating mode. I haven't given that up, Izzy, even though I'm old and feebled. But uh, I still I'm still looking to grow business and earn money off my business. But I don't really have to. I don't nickel and dime people. So
Yeah.
if your audience needed to, like, every twice a week we have a Zoom session where people can come uh, and attend and ask questions. And I mean, it's a membership of like $19 a month, so some de minimis amount,
Yeah.
um, just to help kind of cover some costs. But
Yeah.
if you wanted to, I'd be happy to offer something for you if you wanted to get that in front of your audience, to make that available. That would be
Yeah.
great. I don't know. I think
Definitely.
it would help people. I think.
Yeah, it would. It would. Our hustlers are primarily freelancers, so they would definitely, be benefited from your subscription. So we would
Yeah,
definitely appreciate that.
I think they would. And I'll be happy to give a special pricing for Izzy's people. We'd have to have the promo code Izzy, sweet Izzy, something like that.
Oh my goodness, I would love that.
We'll
All
do
right,
that. I can
Kelly.
do that. No problem. I'm the CEO, Izzy. I can do that.
You can do whatever you want.
I can do whatever I want.
All right, cool. So Kelly, are you so you're trying to get the word out. How long has Everyday CPA been running for?
We've been around since I founded the company way back in 2005, 2005.
Okay.
And
Okay, so
I
you've
was
been around.
still working. I was doing a fintech startup back then, and I didn't
Yeah.
sell that until 2011. And
Okay.
so I ramped Everyday CP up in like 2012.
Okay, cool. So you've been
Yeah,
around a while. All right,
yeah.
that's good. Then yeah, so are you looking to scale up? Would you be interested in hearing pitches from maybe marketers that would be, getting the word out?
Izzy, I've been through so many digital marketing experts. I'm all ears. I'm a little worn by that, because yes, I mean, I'm totally open to, if you've got some people that could specialize in in my space, that know my
Yeah.
space, right?
Yes.
That would be helpful.
Yeah.
But we spend money on digital, Google ads and
Yeah.
SEO marketing and social media, all that stuff. So if
Yeah.
there's somebody that's got a story to tell, I'm all ears on that, because I'm a sucker for I love digital marketing. I mean,
Yeah.
it's great. But I'll tell you, Izzy, I've made more bad decisions than good decisions on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it is hard to kind of get it right when it comes to digital marketing. You can find yourself spending so much on things that might not be working for you specifically. So it would be nice to get somebody who, understands your space and can get you in front of the right
Yes.
people at like a more cost effective way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before this meeting, I just signed deals with two companies,
Okay.
that are different. So I'm spending money on it, And
Yeah.
I've decided the only way you can really get it right, Izzy, is to test it, minimize your risk on the front end, right?
Yeah.
Don't sign any too long-term contracts, right?
Yeah.
Try to get it right. And when you don't get it right, you just got to bail, right?
Yeah. Move
It's
on.
about the
Try
only
again.
thing you can do. Yeah.
Yeah. That's true. I mean, life is about learning, right? And you can't learn
Yeah.
unless you do it. So
Unless you do it.
okay, cool. So then you obviously have a site. Are you looking to expand in terms of the tech side or the product side? Would you be interested in like an app or anything like that?
It's interesting you say an app. I think on the not back burner, but mid burner, so to speak, or as
Mm-hmm.
you say in the British Isles. You're not British Isles. South Africa is not
Well,
British Isles, huh?
no, but
No,
I mean, I
good
grew up
lord,
in the
sorry.
UK, so I know it. It's okay.
No, that's terrible. I would say that. No, kind of on the. Do they say the hob in South Africa, the kitchen stove?
They don't say the hob, but yeah, the UK says the hob, so I
The
I
hob,
say the
yeah.
hob.
So in the kind of back burner would be an app. But I'm more interested in this concept of using digital marketing to get the subscription concept out there, right?
Okay.
And
Okay.
to have as part of that, and to have an app that people can use to make good
Mm,
decisions about whether it be budgeting or taxes. So
yeah.
I am open to an app investment, definitely.
Awesome. Awesome. And yeah, since you are in the finance space, would you be open to hearing people with, financial backgrounds, so maybe other chartered accountants or tax consultants and people like that?
For employment, you mean?
Yeah.
I probably don't need. I'm long on that. I'm plugged into a lot of communities on that. I do
Okay.
work I do some work for Intuit,
Yeah.
QuickBooks, TurboTax. So I've got a network of people I can pull from
Yeah.
that if I need to. Yeah.
Cool, amazing. Well, then that's great. Thank you so much, Kelly, for your time. It's been a pleasure chatting to you and getting to know Everyday CPA. I see the need for what you guys do, and I love how personable and passionate you are again about it. So I really do wish you all the best in future. I don't want to stop talking to you, to be honest, but we do have to pull the plug. So I do wish you all the best in the future.
Okay, Izzy. All right. Peace. I enjoyed talking to you. Good luck to you.
Thank you, you too.
Bye. Peace out.